Hey, we just been talking a little while, and I supposedly, uh, you know, my wife said at these people at the clinic was mad because I walked out, and I addressed that. I said, well, hey, I'd rather him walk out, and at least I showed up. I didn't have an appointment. I wasn't obligated to sit there 2 or 3 hours, and even if I was, there wasn't nobody. The reason I didn't tell nobody I was gonna walk out, because there wasn't nobody sitting up there at that fucking desk. My wife came out of that doctor's office the first 10, 15 minutes, whenever it was she came in. I said another 30 minutes. And she came in there a second time, so she was irritated back then. I had an extra 4 weeks on top of that because I was trying to figure out how I was going to ever get seen, when I was going to have the time to do it. So when I went back the second time, they did what they should have done before and got me in there, give me a shot, put your little patch on my arm, and gotten out of there. The only thing I ever made a mistake of doing, me or my wife, either one, anything close to it, was when Hannah used to be in there. Now she's out in the other field or somewhere. But I told her in that letter, I said, we were trying to be honest. We liked her and stuff. But we were going to offer her this offer we had, and I didn't know whether she'd take it or not. So I was trying to write a nice letter and let my wife even read that letter. It wasn't anything bad. So she took it down there, took just the letter. We didn't bring the whole bag of stuff. She didn't contact us, and we didn't bring it back up. I mean, that's the only thing. I always tell them when I do my blood work down there, I don't think they get on YouTube, but just in case, I'm going to clear this mess up one more time. I always make sure, I always tell them, I don't know why they even bother asking, because they know I'm going to tell them every time. I'd rather them call me over the phone. And I'm glad they do that because, quite frankly, it makes it easier on a fella like me that don't drive and don't get out on a regular basis anyhow. But as far as these doll thing goes, well, they got that shit started. My wife, she's putting between a rock and a hard place here because I'm trying to tell these damn people, the pig and at this damn clinic, that unless there's a gift bought for me, from my wife, or vice versa, which means if I buy her something, that's the only gifts that she's supposed to get. That's the only people that's supposed to buy her anything, nobody else. I don't care whether anybody thinks that I'm jealous or if anybody else is jealous. Fact is, I'm just saying that, yes, my wife said, well, what about, Hardee's did that thing on their own. They could have not done that. And they did, Lisa and them went out of their way to do it. But like I told my wife, that was just a work thing. I mean, at least they were nice enough to let her come down there and eat. I mean, that was pretty good. And then, they still had to work. So I guess you could actually say they did more in a way, letting her come down there with me and everybody eating, talking or whatever. Of course, I didn't talk very much because I didn't take any of these people on. Oh, go ahead, huh? You want to put something out there, baby? I'll let her write that and then I'll. But no, I was just gonna say, no, it's like I said, the gift was, I mean, my wife likes it and I like it. I just don't like the attention that somebody would give somebody that didn't ask for it to begin with. Because, like I said, I don't want to be buying these people nothing. And she comes out and they supposedly tell her that the reason I can't help it. I've got a voice. Y'all do too. Don't act like you don't. Like I said, y'all just mad because I don't operate to the way you want me to. You want me to sit there like this crack whore we have here. You want me to just sit there and not do nothing. You don't want me to say nothing. So I'm going to remember it when Anetta and all them other people at the pig sitting there laughing and giggling, having a good old time at the expense of this fucking doll mess. Getting spread around, everybody fucking sending them goddamn pictures to everybody. I'm going to remember it. Now, I told my wife it's never going to go away. I know me and my wife have been together 10 years, and me and my wife neither one's asked for anything.
I always buy everything for myself.
My wife buys her own shit for her, and I buy my own shit for me, or she'll buy me something and vice versa.
Like I bought those baseballs the other day.
I'm not going to allow nothing else. We just made an agreement, and I'm putting it out here just in case some of these people get on here, some of these that I'm talking about, or somebody that's within ear's reach of the pig down there, or the clinic office, doctor's place. They ain't no reason other than the fact you knew it's supposedly English, which I could see. She don't want to recall the chances I gave her to talk to me and get to know her a little bit. She's going to shrug me off way before my wife came.
Yeah, way before.
I gave you chances more than most people. I gave you at least 2 or 3. I don't know what more you want. I'm just saying, as far as my wife or I am concerned, I don't want cards. I don't want money. I don't want anything from nobody at that office. They didn't care to. Well, Derek, they said they might sing. They didn't even do it. The whole point. They didn't do nothing. If I'd have walked in on my birthday, I'd just been going in there like Casper the Ghost. They don't care about nobody. They don't care about nothing. They knew exactly what they were doing. That's the whole point. They knew that, they was going to cause somebody else to get upset in there. Somebody else's sick daughter, sick child, son or whatever. They don't think about them. They don't think about anybody else. Then they put my poor wife out of all the people they could have chosen. What's any different from her? She ain't out here flaunting herself. She ain't nice all the time. I'm not either. I don't get a chance to be nice. She's nice to me and I'm nice to her. It's all that matters. We don't take none of you fucking bitches home. I don't know what your problem is. Like I said, get your own goddamn husbands, get you a fucking gift or something. Go home, get your kids something. You want to buy something for somebody, go home, get them something. Ain't my problem if you don't have the home life to go home to. That's y'all's problem. But I'm gonna bet just about anything. Everybody in there's probably got somebody to fucking do. They got some reason they're working all them hours, 9 to 5. It can't be for yourself. Usually, 9 times out of 10, I know it's pretty damn well. usually 9 times out of 10, most people done got a couple of kids and a man to go home to, or spouse. Let's put it that way, because it could be the reverse. So no, it's not that I'm jealous, but if you want to look at it that way, look at it that way. But I'm trying to think of some other people too. Maybe I don't go home with them. Maybe my wife don't go home with them. But me and her don't want the negative reaction. Any other people coming up to us that don't hardly know us, she seen the same thing I did. Well, I didn't see it. Well, she saw it for her own eyes. She came and told me about it. Excuse me. Yeah. She said, basically, that, she saw a few of them kind of giving her some looks and different things, like it was bothering them. And it ain't fair. It's not fair to everybody else. And that's what we're saying. That's why it would calm everything down if these fucking people would stop doing this fucking shit they're doing. Just treat us like goddamn patients for once, people. That's all. Like I told my wife, Sue has give her books before. A little colored book. I got a measly $1 for going in there on my birthday when I was at the dentist office. But they give her books and things. And I've known them people at my dentist office for a long time. I've been going there, oh my God, probably I was about 10 years old. So I've been going there almost 20-something years now. I'm 37, so yeah, about 27 years. Been going a long time. And all them nice ladies in there. Oh, speaking of that, I need to get that one a card. Oh yeah, I need to take that to her. I keep forgetting. But that's like I said, it's not that me or her don't appreciate something like that, but it makes everybody else get all up in a tizzy. And I just appreciate it. Me and her both would if y'all just keep it to yourself. Do what you need to do. If you got kids, you got a husband at home. If you don't, I don't want to tell you. But me and my wife had a special offer sitting out here. And that person would be the only person that would be allowed to buy me or my wife something if that were to ever happen. If, and it's a big if, because there's a lot of other people around here that I just don't particularly care for too much. And it'd have to be somebody that you just didn't see every day. Because I've seen about 90-something% of these fucking people, and they're the same ones that comes in, comes out. I just went and got my hair cut the other day. Most of the time, I don't even ask for any gum or candy. I don't even think about it. I just walk on out. It don't bother. I mean, I ain't no old kid, so, don't really need it.
Well, they give it to me.
But, sometimes they have, but the past few times they had. Just probably didn't think about it, and, probably didn't cross their mind. It doesn't bother. But like I said, it's just gum and candy. It's stuff you go to. Oh, thank you, honey. It's something you could go to at the store and buy if you want it. Little old candy. But no, I'm just gonna say, from now on, we're not entertaining anybody else from a doctor's office or anything else. I mean, like I said, Sue, getting my wife a coloring book or something nice. They're always nice to me. They've helped me out many times. When I was struggling a little bit, helped me on my ride and stuff. And Sue's a pretty good lady up there. She's always been nice. Like I said, and never had no trouble. And like I said, they're nice to both of us. They treat us fairly. Nobody's getting mistreated. And that's why I'm saying y'all doing this down here is just y'all just making yourself look bad, and y'all gonna be on my shit list for the rest of the time. I'll go in there, and like I told my wife, I go in there, do whatever they need to do with me, and I'm out. I don't want their money. I don't want their damn cards. I go get me a fucking card if I want a fucking card. She can buy me one or make me a homemade one. So I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm going to tell it like it is. I don't want nothing. Not even after the fact that y'all didn't call me. Oh, Derek, happy birthday. Did I get one of them phone calls? No. Anybody else? No. What the fuck, people? Like I said, if you was doing it for some other kids or something, or a few other people, like I said, somebody that was probably a lot worse off. My wife and I, like I said, we have a good heart and we care about people, whether they know it or not. But when you see kids sitting there, especially, and they probably come in there like she said, they probably come in there with a virus. They probably come in there. Who knows? They might have had the COVID or something. Unfortunately for me and my wife, we're not around a whole lot of people, so we don't have. So we don't have to worry. And my immune system, like that guy that took us, I seen him the other day. One of them guys, I can't remember his name, but I seen him once standing up there at the Will Save. He was getting his medicine for his wife or somebody. What's that? Oh. I didn't know what the hell it was. Well, that's the worst cough drop I've ever had. They suck.
I know. That's the only they brought in the truck.
God dang.
I know. I told them they first start getting in my first time.
But anyway, I seen my buddy the other day. It sometimes took us. Well, I think we actually need to do a better job explaining this stuff. I don't want it to look bad on me as it is, but I have kind of suggested that deal here and said, it'd be probably the best, but these people at the pig, they've got a problem, just like him at the doctors at the clinic. They got a problem, and it's nothing my wife done. My wife didn't do it, but it's something we could simply say, look, I'm just here to get my check cashed, and I'll say hi or something, but that's it. If I bring my doll in here, don't say nothing. No. Don't. Because, I think it just needs to be the way it needs to be handled. Because, like I said, we're not out here. And if it were flipped the other way and I saw it was on fire, I know we've been married 10 years. She know that I'd take care of it. It's not right for one of us to get something and the other don't. The only thing that we're offering, like we said earlier, is that somebody could beat what the crack whore did up here. And somebody were actually better than that, had a little more pep in their step. Had something to offer besides fucking kids sitting here playing tickle tank and everything else with them. That's grief. And if they just had the right, like me and my wife's got this idea, and we thought of it. Oh, it's that white coating or whatever. Once you get that white coating off, it's all right. Yeah, all right. Okay. But we offered. We didn't have. Well, see, we didn't have the real ring at the time. This was 2 months prior to. We didn't know we was getting another one of them checks. I didn't trust it. I'd heard about it. I didn't trust it, so I saw it. But try to be nice to this person, like I said before. But she's coming up in here, telling all her horror stories and everything that she's allowed to happen to her. Wasn't nobody else's fault, it was hers. I'm supposed to sit here, me and my wife, I reckon, just supposed to sit here and feel sorry for her. And we're just supposed to sit here and let her run amok and just not do anything, not hold her accountable. We didn't ask for her to bring it up. She brought it up on her own. She went into detail, said, "Oh, it's been a year ago or so." And she said, "Well, I want y'all to trust me." What difference does it make? If you'd hadn't brought it up, I probably would have never asked. Most likely because I know me and my wife have always wanted to be liked. I know from somebody at least, not saying everybody, but I mean somebody special that had something in common with. That was the other thing, didn't have anything in common with us. So if that bridge didn't get us, then the other one definitely. I don't let people around me that doesn't have something in common with me. Now, you might say, well, Derek, what about people at the people at the store, if they carry on conversation or something. I didn't know them customers that I used to see at these jobs, but it's kind of my job. But the one thing you didn't do is don't bring up certain things like politics or religion, especially. Certain subjects you knew was off limits. You didn't go in there asking people out or nothing. Or talking about, something you knew would be, hurt their feelings or something. So no, somebody came up to one of us and said, hey, that they wanted to speak to me or my wife or something. I'll give them whatever they give us, but that's all I can do. And, but we're still trying, every day, still trying, because like I said, I don't trust anybody that tells my wife they're off her old Facebook. I think they're all a bunch of druggies. Or if they ain't druggies, then they're probably at least got kids up their ass, so you never would get nowhere. And I gotta say, with most kids, I don't get along with them too well. There've been a few kids in my lifetime that have took to me or like me for some, what is it?
The book of my dream.
Well, no, just throw it out. Just throw it out. But, it just depends whether or not I could take, the package. I'd prefer there be no kids. Actually, just because me and my wife could then focus all of our focus on you and not have to worry about anything extra upsetting us or acting up or being ugly. Now, I like good kids, but I cannot stand these damn brats that come in here, start running around inside the house or in a place And yes, like I said, that one time I did that several times in a house. At one time I stumped my toe at inside my granny's house and I paid for it. Well, I ain't really ever done it since. And if I'd have done that at most places, like my mom's or somewhere, I always did outside. But I didn't do it, like I said, didn't do that afterwards. And I didn't do it a lot of times, like I said, when I was a little kid, because they either got the belt, they got the time out, and usually that was it. So no, most time I was always told ahead of time, and I was smart enough to know even after the first time, just like me with the seatbelt. That's the first thing that goes on, seatbelt. Nobody has to tell me to put that thing on. I'll wear a mask, etc. when I'm riding on there, but no, it ain't gonna make no difference whether I show up or I don't. I mean, most time it's the only time I get out. I just told my wife, I never will forget what these people, how they really think of me. So I'm gonna remember when I go somewhere, especially a place I know I've been. And I just about know every freaking head in that fucking pig or that damn walking clinic. So that's why I'm the crib now. My wife, we've talked about it. There's no hard feelings on my behalf toward her. She didn't do anything. I'm trying to get y'all to stop what you're doing so you don't get your damn selves in a pickle. Now, these people could just, and I told my wife this, these people could get up and walk out and leave and never come back. They could go elsewhere if they wanted to. It's all right, baby. And I wouldn't blame them if they did. Maybe y'all do need to be knocked down a few pegs. Every time me and my wife offer something, y'all don't never do anything, like I said. What's all this bullshit about to begin with? If y'all need some attention so bad, why don't you go to a strip bar, take your clothes off, let everybody see your naked ass, your boobs, and everything else? If you ain't getting enough of it at home, well, go somewhere where you can get it. Me and my wife don't want it. That's what your husbands are for. I mean, come on, people. We don't drive as it is. We don't have a lot of money, and we're not buying y'all nothing. But like I said, if it was our, unicorn bestie or whatever, the offer we laid out here to begin with, that's different. I'd expect me and my wife and that person to buy stuff and everything else. But nobody else would be, unless it were family of theirs. Something that, I could see that. But like I said, we don't go in these stores to get unwanted attention for her carrying her doll around or whatnot. I just think we need to be more forthright and coming out and both of us saying it. Say, look, we're just in here. And if they try to wiggle out and they try to say something like, well, you're different. She's no different than the rest of them. We need to have our head. I'm as handicapped as she is, just about. We got a lot in common. Maybe in a little different way, but we've got a lot in common. And it's not right. And we have enough problems in these times that we live in. Without these people down here, this and that, and these other fucking old ugly looking people out here trying to stir shit up. That's why we don't want them goddamn fucking phones that them people have. You ever see these people, all these damn phones, the only reason they got them is because they got apps on them. They ain't even a damn phone. Flip phone's the best thing that ever happened. I call that a phone. But you seeing these people, it's like in their 60s or 70s or something out here, got on these goddamn big ass phones. What do you need one of them for? My God. You'd think we'd at least be lucky to be grateful enough to get, something we can't afford. I can just see that damn thing costing you a good bit of money.
They're like $800, they say.
And then even then, all them things, all they're good for is them old extra apps nobody needs. I'm still trying to see if me and my wife can look up on some kind of something on here, a sign or something that I was used to. I was used to going on there and seeing people from Decatur, seeing people from Athens. And what is it? It's a thing. Just leave it alone.
Gum.
Oh.
Gum they're going after.
Oh. That gum. Oh, okay. All right, now. Go ahead and throw it away if you want to. But she said it had gum on. I know what it was. Uh-oh. But no, we need to just kind of do what we need to do and back each other up, and whether anybody agrees with it or not, she knows what I'm trying to get at. And I'm not saying that, if I knew it didn't bother other people, it wouldn't bother me as bad, but I know other people feel bad. And I know that they care that their kids are sick. There's a lot worse people than me and my wife. A lot worse. 10 times worse. People that don't have legs, people that don't have arms, people in the military that's fought and died for our country. It's worse off. Wheelchairs, walkers, canes, whatever they own. There's kids out here that I've seen that can't even talk. In my class, all they can do is holler or move their head around, bobble it around like this, or something. They couldn't help it. And you got people out here like Annette and all these other goddamn people. I don't care what anybody thinks. Why should you care? Well, when you say it like that, and then my wife, and I'll say it this way. My wife then says, she can't help that afterwards. She wanted to apologize later or something. I said, that's too late now. It doesn't make me mad. What good would it do? What would an apology do at this point when they know they were making me mad? Because she was making a big deal out of her. And she said the one thing that ticked me off. She said these people at that damn fucking clinic down here went and sent these goddamn people these goddamn pictures of this doll. They couldn't leave well enough alone.
And they tried to buy her off me.
And then, oh yeah, I'd like to. Oh man, I wish I had one of them. Was going on about wanting to buy it or something. Oh, yeah, good God!
She's gonna give me $400.
Oh yeah, right. You know what? I had a guy that worked over Ronnie over at Hardee's. He made about $300 and some. Here I was making about, at least 30 or 40% less. I was making about $90, $100, whatever. What? Oh. But, yeah, and he was griping. I mean, my God, you don't get much these damn jobs.
She said she would get it off her husband.
Do what you need to do.
She said if you didn't want me to have it, that's what she's going to buy.
Oh, it ain't that it want her to have it. I just wanted people to stop doing this fucking stuff and laughing and giggling about it. They ain't was something fun.
Her granddaughter.
Well, she can go buy her own granddaughter something. I'm just saying, me and my wife don't ask for this fucking shit. And Yeah, like I said, the one or two little times that she either got something, it was something you could buy at the store. It didn't cost you $15, $20, $25 or more. It's something we could always have bought at the store, but sometimes somebody gave, like I said, one time I got $1. The means the old dollar, and I told her what I was going to do with it. I used it for Saffron.
Yep. You did too.
So, $1, come on. That's nothing compared to somebody fucking showing around a damn car seat, a diaper bag, and a fucking doll in the thing. It's not like I said we don't appreciate it, but it's just, my God, that sticks out like a sore thumb. And then these people think it's, then these other people get jealous of it, and they give us dirty looks coming up to us. Well, why? What? You know, bless you, honey. But, yeah, that's what we're trying to stop. And we also try to look out for y'all, whether you know it or not, about trying to save you from losing some people. And we're trying to teach these people to quit passing. No wonder they don't give up. That's the problem, too. Like I said, it's always been one of these little gossip towns, the gossip chain towns. What business does these young fucking females down there at that damn clinic have any business of knowing this woman that's got to be at least 70 years old? What in the goddamn hell?
She said only why she took a picture of it so she could sell it.
And
sell it to her.
No, she was saying that somebody sent her a picture to her phone.
Yeah, that was Janet Reese. She was trying to sell my dog to her. I've been telling you. She's been, ever since that English bought it for me, Janet's been trying to sell it to Renetta.
Oh.
Yeah, because you said you didn't want her.
I didn't say that. I just said that it looked bad. Somebody we don't know, somebody we don't go and take home.
That's why I've been getting upset, because they've been trying to buy my dog off
because
of Janet.
I, at first, when she brought that home, and I remember back when she first brought it home, I was sort of pissed because it was a lot for one person to get. And then above everything
she
else,
got the rest of that stuff at the thrift store.
And then it's
thrift store.
Well, it don't matter. Like I said, it just goes to show you all these other kids.
I didn't tell Janet to take a picture of her. I didn't know she even had a picture.
And
of her.
So I'm telling you, anything else. And there better not be no more phone calls. And God damn it.
They've been texting me about it.
I'll know when we're going to have to stand our ground with it.
I didn't know Janet even had a picture of her.
So I'm going to.
I don't know how she got a picture, because she ain't around me.
Well.
Around me. That's what Nana was trying to tell you. She had pictures. I didn't know she even had pictures.
Because these people, for some reason, got to go in there and get these old people's number. Like I said, they've been there for about 25, 30 years. Same goddamn 500, well, not 500, but same 5 or 10 people that I've seen in that store since I've been knee-high to belly grasshopper. No wonder Gene don't get no down. He used to be a thing for the teenagers. I think he's sort of gotten soft and gotten where he don't. I guess because he can't get, in his head stuck up a brat's ass, but that's another story for another time. But he won't hire somebody else. He's got fucking hired signs up. Well, hell, like I told her, I said that damn pig needs a goddamn makeover.
It does.
It needs like a whole new thing done to it. And it needs some new customers. It needs some new workers.
go along with these other workers. You know, I could make the argument for 3 or 4 of them easily. A lot of these are old women, they moody, and they don't, and they wonder why people like me don't have no respect for them hardly. Because they never show me anything. I only get right when I have to get right, and I put my 2 cents in there when I feel it's necessary. And because she was going on with Jessica about that and making a big deal because she had her doll with her. And it's why I said a lot of these people, young or old, either way, they knew this would get some negative attention. So, you know, that's why I said me and my wife just got to shut this thing down like we've done everything else. We just have to stick together and we'll get it quieting down eventually.
I don't want you to make me have to leave my dogs at home.
Uh-huh.
I don't want you to make me have to leave my dogs at home.
Well, shit, we gotta, if you do take them, we gotta tell them that if we have to get a little bit right, we have to get a little bit right. And if they don't like it, that's tough, but we just need to shut things down, conversations down, because we're not taking these old ladies home. Yes, there's a nice offer on the table. Like we said, if we ever find what we're looking for, it finds us. But besides that, there ain't nothing else on the table. So I don't know how many of these people gets on this thing or how many don't, but I'm just in case there's some from this pig or from this damn clinic down here. I think I pretty well explained why I did what I did, and y'all ought to be lucky I just walked out of that doctor's office that day. I could have gave you a good tongue lashing. But I had respect for myself, plus the fact that I like the fact that I can go in there and usually get seen. And sometimes y'all want to treat people like shit. And supposedly what bothers me, because like I said, it don't make any sense. What bothers me, and I got to say this because I haven't touched on it yet. She told me, well, Derek, there was only like one doctor back there that day. Well, fuck's sake, what are y'all doing having all these people come in? If you only had one doctor, why you supposed to have at least 3 or 4, 2 or 3 at least, more than one.
She was going back and forth. She was
I know there's more to this. I know there's more to this story than meets the eyeball.
No, they all had COVID.
They sit there and they expect one fucking person to take care of all of these people. Not only that, but if they had the COVID stuff, then what if they get that sick?
Yeah.
Then what if? And that's why I said it would always be best that you had 3 or 4 more on call. But if you can't hire nobody else, or goddamn, where was fucking what's that old baby whore, old English? Where was she at?
She was at home. She had her gallbladder taken out.
Lord, she's all over. She's plastered all over that.
I know, but she had gallbladder surgery.
And talk about
for 6 weeks.
Like I said, talk about getting disrespected.
She had gallbladder surgery, honey.
She don't do nothing for the family, but yet my family always they didn't rub her in my face like all the time. But, I'll never forget when I first, really had a, first thing I remember ever getting was a MySpace.
She had surgery. She's trying to heal up.
And I know somebody had to had a
And
well,
I
always used to think that she was a snob anyhow.
She's pretty though.
But
I could say
she has somewhat changed and gotten uglier over the years, but that might actually help people from gawking all over. But
she's pretty.
I just, I'm not tooting my horn either, but I'll tell you this. That's all she's known for. That and traveling around the world. I remember when I first met
She don't do that no more.
I remember when she got on there, she's all, I was trying to bring up something, trying to offer to do something or whatnot. I forget now. And was trying to make, so I thought, well, because Regina, my Aunt Regina brought her up. That was, there, why don't she look that one up? Well, what? She'd never been to anything that I was ever at.
Mm-hmm.
Not one thing.
Nope.
Not when I was a kid, not when my wife's been around.
Nope.
Nothing. I
always
signed her
got money.
annual one goddamn time when she graduated a couple of years before I did.
Well, that's sweet.
And
of
she
you,
came
though.
out there and wanted me to sign it.
Oh,
There
that's
wasn't no
sweet.
numbers exchanged. She didn't bring up about wanting to get to know me then. She had a chance right there.
Well, she didn't know
She
you
just
were
wanted an
related.
annual signed, and that's what she got.
She probably didn't know you were related.
Honey, I'm going to state this now. She knows whether it was from people in her side of the family. Poor old Mark always gets a bad. See, that's what happens. Poor old Mark marries my Aunt Melissa. All these years. I don't know who English's fucking mother is. I know who her dad is.
Barbara.
I'm talking. I don't know that person's mother. I've never seen her. I don't know whether she's fat, skinny, old. I don't know anything about her. I don't know the first thing. I know, well, one thing I do know, that family must be is fucking up God's ass. That's one thing I do know. That's the only thing I'm aware of. But otherwise, I don't know any goddamn thing about them. And the only reason I thought of her dad was because I seen Cranfield in the book, and I thought, it's been a couple of years since I've seen English, and I know that we haven't none gatherings or anything, but people had at that time and it brought her up a little bit. So I went and I looked in the local phone book, and it had Daryl Cranfield, and I knew her last name was Cranfield. So, like I said, I knew who was, because a lot of times, even if they didn't have the same class as me, I remembered a bunch of these first and last names. Came across the intercom. And, but yeah, that's the whole thing. So I go through and I call. Her dad answered. First time I called. He didn't even hardly know who I was. And I had to tell him, I said, I told him about Mark. And I let him know that I was, related to her by Mark. And it kind of kicked in, and he remembered. But see, that's what I'm saying. Nobody ever, so, I don't know how much Regina and all my people know on this side about that family or whatnot. I know they tried to have Lehman reunions, which, like I said,
Can we try to go to one this year?
was a lot of times every time I chose to stay home, because a lot of them was people that you'd only see one time a year at
I
best.
would love to meet your other side.
And I just was a kid, and I wanted to be a kid. I wanted to go out there, play, have a good time, and enjoy myself, watch my TV, listen to my music. I knew a lot of these people wasn't into the type of stuff I was into anyway, and I'd be sitting there like Casper and bored. So if you were me, do you want to go and meet all these fucking ugly ass people that don't have anything in common with you, or would you rather stay home and have what you can have at home, and you can listen or do what you want?
I want you to You decided your other family.
So
didn't get the
I chose to do, I was given an option and I chose option A. I chose the option that I always choose because that's what I knew I could make. I was only going to be a kid once, and I chose. Now, if they would have brought some of these people in on Christmas, Thanksgiving, or whatever, I wouldn't have been able to done nothing about that. They would have been there, and they would have been invited guests. So if they would have wanted to gotten to know me, English or anybody, or if they would have reached out and wanted anything to do with us, I never heard one thing. But
She
yes,
didn't
I
know
turned.
until I explained it.
But I turned down going to these family reunions because I knew I'd be sitting there like a goddamn ghost.
I explained to English the other day, and she
And-
cried. And I had to hug her.
She in English, she's nothing but a snob. She
I
always
hugged her 'cause
thought
I felt bad.
she always thought about herself. She had, like I said, she had a couple opportunities. I can remember a couple times at Hardy. She knew who I was. She waved at me. In the goddamn car, I sat right there in the fucking car. I was on the fucking passenger side. She's one driving her little old car, I guess, going in there, going and taking a piss or something in the bathroom. Over at Hardy's. Long before I worked there, I still remember this shit. My grandmother, the only time she ever stopped in there was either to go in there and get me a bite to eat and probably go to the bathroom and go home. I remember those few times. And then, like I said, I reached out and tried to do that thing on the phone. She was very rude then. I called a second time just to see if she'd gotten the message from Daryl, and then her brother answered.
Like,
I know. I don't have to name these people's names. I don't have to know these people. I don't know whether they are or not.
I'm not like the
All
other
I'm
day.
saying is he answers the phone. So then, wow, it matters. I know what I'm talking about. But anyway, I'm not supposed to name these names, and my wife is so particular. But I know what I'm talking about. I don't need to give them any more publicity. They know who they are. And he goes and you know, he was nice and all that, but you know, she's back there, I could hear her doing something. But she go, I'll tell him I'm all right. You know, I tell him I'm busy, I'm cooking or something. It's, you know, and I can't do it like she did, but it sounds rude. Very, very rude and distasteful. And I, you know, I have never, ever forgotten it. So then, me and my wife, about a year and a half ago, I thought it'd be neat. You know, they've had that place down here for a while. And I thought it'd be neat, you know, go in there and be seen at the clinic. So, you know, because it'd be something that you didn't have to have an appointment for. You didn't have to, you know, just, you know, what like a lot of them other doctor's offices where, you know, they give you an appointment card and you had to show up regardless. You could kind of go in and come as you want. At least I thought so. Sometimes I won't.
They always give me appointment cards.
But, well, I mean, usually you can walk in there and they're usually I don't see her have a problem.
Yeah, I do. I sit there for 30 minutes waiting on them.
But
Usually.
a lot of times she can walk in there, it seems like, and get seen pretty fast. I don't know what it is. Like I said, and like I said, yeah, we had a couple hiccups there with, you know, she left a thing on the voice thing, and she was upset, so she called them and let me know that I wanted to talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
So this lady, I guess it's probably the same lady that got their fucking ass up off there and went in the back and hid for 30 more minutes. God knows what she could have been doing back there. But anyway, so then I talked to this lady over the phone about and I was afraid we was kicked out. I was afraid, we was fucking toast or whatever. And I was like, God, we just left. Dr. Roberts had seen me, practically at the same time my other dentist there had seen me the whole entire time. So, so I talked to her, and this wasn't part of the conversation, but I felt led to talk to her about it just in a little bit. After I talked to her about got the stuff squared away on my wife's behalf, so while I was on there, I said, well, I just wanted you to know, she didn't do what Anetta did. She didn't do what Monica over did. This person talked to me like a regular person. She wasn't giggling. She wasn't laughing. I won't give her this. This person over at the clinic talked to me. And I told her, I said, I don't know whether you know this or not, but I'm going to tell you a little something. I said, me and English are supposed to be related. I told her about Mark and gave her a little backstory, a quick one. And I told her about a little bit about how I tried to give her a chance. Tried to go, yeah, English, I'm not, no, as you can probably tell, I ain't stuck up God's ass. I don't sing in praises. I don't do all them things at your little churches or anything else. I don't travel. I don't want to travel all the damn time. I don't want to be a smart ass like you. And I think that's what's wrong with you. You don't have no respect, but anything for yourself. Your damn families that had this shit up your ass this whole time. That's why you've been a snob. It's what you come off as far as I'm concerned. And I ain't just the only one that thinks it either. I've had other people tell me the same thing. And that's why I said if you take you and that brat star, rearranged your face a little bit, made you look uglier, I don't think nobody'd ever hardly notice you. I think once age takes over and you get a few of them wrinkles, I think they'll finally quit gawking all over you, giving you all that attention. Like I said, that's what it is. It's exactly what it boils down to. And so I just want to make things clear. I go in there just to get the hell out of them places. I mean, even if I'm in the doctor, the other day I took Sue, me and Sue and Jessica went to the store the other day. I said 30 minutes. I bet I was out there in 13, 14 minutes.
Yeah, 13, 14.
So, people know, and I like people on Sather. Sather's pretty nice.
Yeah, I like Miss Sue.
Especially the new ones.
I like Miss Sue.
And
Trisha.
So like I said, I don't, like I said, I just think that people ought to be treated fair. I believe that whether they think I have a good heart on me or not doesn't matter. I know I do if I'm allowed to ever show it. And if I can tell that me and my wife's getting the same treatment, getting it the same way. What do you bother? Well, it's simple. Like I said, when I got a certain age, you get money. I don't know about everybody's family, but you get money. I got anything from $10 to $20, and I didn't complain. One time, a few years ago, before all the family stuff went down and got so bad, one of the last times I got something from Uncle Jason, it's nothing but cakes, snack cakes. Like I said, I ain't complaining.
Mm-hmm.
And no reason to complain about it. Like I said, we've all, whether it's been people in the family, whether it's been people in her family, or whether it's just been these jerks I've talked about on this video, just showing off, showing their ass, and making a fella look bad, and not not really caring about what other people might think. And, having these people sticking them on us, wondering. That's why I didn't like being in the car with somebody I knew that gossiped. Because, anybody that I thought gossiped, I didn't have no respect for them. So no, I'm probably never going to be like that. We're probably never going to be able to be happy again. You only get to live life one time, but you probably never going to get what you want. Everybody out here is probably one. Everybody could have a hoo-ha at that. So they pulled a crack whore out, and we got fucked over, and so everybody can laugh on that. There probably never been another change. We're gonna die trying, but I'm just saying, we probably have to face that fact. That's what we got. That's terrible. I'd like to have somebody that you could have some self-mind control. That their mind's at ease, and my mind could be at ease, my wife's mind could be at ease. You could have a good time with them. You could go to the park. You could go somewhere. I don't like these uptight, control freak people that somehow comes up and says something for 5 minutes, tells you their crap and their stories, yet they don't walk 2 feet out here. Every 5 or 10 years they get a few of these other people from up somewhere else, and they find a few more nuts, but nothing that you'll ever like, nothing that you'll ever see any good out of. And so I approached Facebook differently. When I had it, I probably tops had I had no more than about 2 or 3 people on that thing if I had 10 on it. And like I said, usually I didn't, in the requests I got were shits. I didn't know where my wife got most of these people, or if they just fucking come out of the woodworks. But a lot of them, like I said, it didn't matter. They don't talk, and then they just randomly up one day. My wife could be out and about and could be at the store, or she made that one trip up here at these apartments. And then they start saying, "Oh, I saw you on Facebook, and I used to do this and that." And at first I was like, well, at first if one of these people, just didn't show out, if they were on our level, like I said, I can't help we're old fashioned, but we're not handing out cards and money and all that stuff. And that's what runs. That's why I might take a peek at something, but I don't take it seriously. I don't think anybody could be serious anymore.
I mean, they're worth those cards of money.
And my wife. I might take a peek at this new thing she was saying something about if I can ever get my mind to do it. But I think because I've just been so screwed around and fucked around.
I lost the page.
I don't even think I could spare to look at it.
I quit looking at it because it was stupid.
Because it bothers me. These people will take photos, and they'll make you think that she can't even get nobody to walk from a fucking church out here that's just 2 feet from us. So why does it matter if it ain't your next door neighbor? If your next door neighbor can't, find it. Of course, the one we got over here, it ain't nothing we're gonna be doing anything. But unless it's your next door neighbor, or unless it's just one of them out of towners that you don't see out here very much, I honestly don't see much to get all happy and excited about. But I'm gonna let her take over a few minutes. I gotta drink me some hot chocolate. I think I've addressed everybody, so and everything. So we'll let her take over, and then I'll finish it up here later.
If my husband says I can't take my dogs up, then I can't.
Well, I'll let you take them out.
Honey, you said that earlier that you
Well,
didn't
we
want
just say, well, honey, bless your heart. I'm just saying we need to tell them, make it clear and concise. That's all I'm saying.
And the only thing I want that I want somebody to come and do something with us, come live with us. I'm tired of sitting here. I hate my life here. You females act like money's more important than a relationship. You know, it's just that's how I feel. Because I worry about money, cards,
Them
not
phones,
wanting to
they got
travel.
them more modern phones.
When you got smartphones up your ass, you need to get that out of your ass and
They ain't got no
And-
money. They're affording it. Let's be
I don't know how you guys are affording it. What, you asking family for extra money?
Let's be somebody's giving me.
You need to get a job and grow up. This ain't the new days. This ain't the new year. You need to go back to old 80s. You know what? I was raised, I was raised to have a flip phone. That's how me and my family have. We have flip phones. We don't do that modern crap. We don't, and I was raised in the 80s. I was raised that way. I was raised to like country music, rap a little bit, metal a little bit. I was raised to watch wrestling, race cars, NASCAR. I was raised to watch, family movies, And my mom got me in that lifetime because, I was a loner. I'd time before I got with Derek. And then, my sister tried to get me out there, to date a little bit. She said, she told my mom, she said, sis needs to get out a little bit and explore things, that she's never got to explore.
Oh boy.
And that's when I got with Bonehead. I didn't know he just wanted friendship. He told me in my sister's car the only thing he wanted was friendship. He didn't want no relationship. And my sister asked me what was going on when we were coming back from the park, and I told her he was trying to deny that, that he said it. And then when I met Derek, he got mad because, that I loved Derek more than I loved him. And it's stupid that he got jealous over that crap. My family needs to grow up and put their grown up pennies on and understand that, that I am married and I'm happy for once. Can't you be happy for me if I could be happy for y'all? Can't you guys grow up and do things? Get to know Derek a little bit. He's not the person what you think he is. He's sweet, he's kind, he's generous, he's loving, he's caring, and he takes good care of me. He's not hurting me. He's not there to hurt you. He just wants the family gallons to be more fun. Let everybody choose what they want.
They don't know
Let him show you that he can sing. Don't be jealous that he can change his voice to a female voice. His dad taught him that. He's been singing since he was 3 years old, singing Alabama. You're going to have to understand, family, that you're not going to come between a marriage if we're not coming between your guys' marriage. You don't do that. And if you're going to be in my life, you're going to have to be in his. Because I'm not going to leave this man for nobody. I love him to death. And you guys don't know how to have fun. You guys are always saying, oh, work's more important than your own family. Grow up. You can take sick days. That's why they give you sick days, You want to take a couple of days off and spend a day, with the family. That's why they give you sick days. It adds up. Like Derek said, it adds up, You know, the only family I had was Danny and Dot and Derek. And probably Darren a little bit. Because Darren, you know, liked me, you know. He liked me when he come to visit me. He really liked me. He liked that I was sweet. And I just don't like his wife, Laura. She's a bitch. Can't help it. But, you know, you females out here need to grow up. Get the smartphones out of your ass. Grow up. Get a job. Get a car. Drive your asses down here. If you want something, like John Cena said, you want something, come and get it. That's what he used to come out to. He would do a little rag thing that says, don't give up. When he before he come run to the ring. I will always remember that. Oh, never give up. Yeah. Never give up. And he's always taught me that. I will never forget that because that's a lesson people need to learn today.
He also probably, when people are rich, probably really didn't see it from
Yeah, that's
where
true.
we're sitting.
Yeah, but you know, the kids love John Cena. You know, he was a wish come true. You know, he did the wish thing for the kids. You know, he had so many counts. And you know, I was raised to, you know, be sweet, but I can be a SOB sometimes. You can ask my husband, I can get down mean when I want to.
Well,
Like he says, you know, I'm not sweet all the
I try
time.
to be sweet, but everybody.
But you females need to stop pushing away a married couple that is handicapped. We didn't want to be born this way. We don't want to work, and you're not going to force us to work. If you want to work, you work. We'll be proud of whatever you do. If you are our unicorn bestie, if you're out there, and I want you to know this from the bottom of my heart. If you are my unicorn bestie, whatever job you get, I'm going to be proud of you. I'm going to love you. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to cherish you. There ain't going to be nobody else. I want to give you a beautiful ring. I want to spoil you. I want to take you up for dinner. I want to color with you, dance with you, you know, watch TV with you a little bit. Get to know, you know, you know, I don't want you having kids, you know, like my husband said, you know, I want to just it being you know, get to know you in and out. Because I know my unicorn besties out there, please, unicorn bestie, please, sweetheart, darling, that person indicated, please come, sweetheart. I don't care if you're skinny, athletic, smart, beautiful, has a car. I want to go do things with you. Please come. Please, darling. I'm not ever going to let you go. I promise. I won't mistreat you. Please come with open arms. I love you, and I want you to know that, bestie. I want you to know that I'm always going to be here for you no matter what. Please come. I miss you. I love you. I want to see you. Please come. Here's my husband.
Oh, you done? Okay. All right. Well, what she's trying to say, and I can cover some things up because it's been a while and go over some things. But what the problem is a lot of the people don't respect the old generation. And the older technology, if you went back and looked to see what things were like, what phones used to be when they had pay phones and stuff, and they used to make you pay 25 or 35 cents, whatever it was. And used to all you had was a cordless phone at home or a corded phone at home or whatever you called them things. My grandmother Dot used to always have a rotary phone, and you took it and it had that little thing down there, and then go back, and then you do it again. And that's how you used to have to dial a number. Well, I just don't see no reason in having cards and money cards. We've got our own money. We pay our phone bill by ourselves. We have a payee that pays the rest of our bills for us. She don't live with us. She's just somebody that helps handicapped people that can't get out and can't, drive and get out there. But, and we can't help where we live. We can't, right now we're down here where we're at, and we landlord that won't let you hardly do nothing. And so even if that crack whore hadn't showed out, she didn't have, like my wife said, she didn't have nothing. She had nothing to help herself, and much less help anybody else. So, and she had two fucking kids that she couldn't hardly do nothing else with. I don't know how anybody, like I said, can live like this. But, we're going to have to do a better job checking these people out if there's another one. And if you make it so easy and you come in here just like nobody else has ever done, and you understand what a handicapped person is, what their life's like, and what I could be 10 times worse. My wife could be 10 times worse. As I said earlier, there's a lot worse people out there. I have worked 3 jobs, got laid off twice. Both times were not necessary. And it could have been talked about, and it could have been fixed. Neither time did these people come talk to me. They just made their own decision. And so I was ousted. My other job, I chose to quit. And I ended up quitting another one, the third job I had, because they ran me off. My wife had some things there at Hardee's happen to her, and I didn't like it. Didn't like how she's treated, so I just ended up walking out on that one too. But no, they laid me off to do this damn virus stuff to start with. They didn't even come to me, didn't talk to me about it. So, as I said, yeah, if somehow or another somebody was to ever come up in here, you're going to have something about you. Even if I tell you, the only way I'd take you without a car is if you had something about you that didn't strike me or give me a bad vibe. If you were somebody trying to fit in and you were homeless and you wasn't trying to tell me fibs like this other one that we had up in here, lying about that, because she had ways to help herself, trust me. All she had to do was call a few places. But like I said, we definitely don't want no more past drug addicts. I don't want to hear about the reason why you're messed up and everything. We need somebody that's on our level that understands the way we look at things. Everybody ain't supposed to like everybody. Everybody's not supposed to love everybody. Like my wife said, we've got this stuff. It's hanging up over here. I've showed that ring off I don't know how many times. And like I said, we were going to spoil you and take you in. We could do that. We get a little bit each week. We go out to eat. We can do some stuff. Like I said, we wouldn't even have to take Seth around if we had somebody with a car. Like I said, if you did have a job, we'd try to support you, do what we could to make you feel welcome if you let us. That's up to you. If you knew of somebody that might be a fit for me or my wife, maybe we could do some odd job work for somebody or something. Or maybe maybe I could be, maybe I could, and I'll definitely let them know that if me and my wife ever work for anybody else, I'm gonna let them know that, if I sit in another job interview ever again, me or my wife, we're gonna let them know that the first they ain't gonna, that if we give anybody a chance again and they screw up, I'm definitely not making no headways. But no, I'm not looking to give anybody a chance till I know what I got. Or my wife, either one of us. And there's no sense in being mistreated because you're going to work part time, and there's no reason for people unwillingly to give their numbers out when they got stuff and need to take care of at home. And it sucks that people like us are going to probably have to live the rest of our life stuck up in here, all because we couldn't help the way we were brought in here. And a lot of times I wish I wasn't here, because I tell you, it's not no fun after you've been a kid and been used to get treated one way, and then as soon as you get a certain age, you get treated like you do now. Treated like a bunch of crap. So, no, I'm not having fun right now. This is not fun. This is, all we do is eat, sleep, clean the house. There's nothing else to do. I did the dishes first time, and I don't know when, because I'm tired of these people doing this and saying all this horrible stuff. And everybody thinking this stuff down here is just a bunch of fun and games. This ain't ha-ha funny. Like I said, my wife, she may decide some another time, whether she goes, about the only thing she does is go out occasionally, once or twice a day, go for a walk. There ain't nobody out here. Never. Except, like I said, there used to be some of them old crack whores come down from the apartments down here. Of course, I don't want them. I know what they're about. And we can't take one of them in. But like I said, a card would be nice. A card would be extra nice if you had it and you wanted to share your stuff with us and you didn't take us the wrong way, and we could pay you back in other ways. Like I said, we're not asking for your money or nothing, but it takes time to get to know somebody. And that's what that last one that was brought in here didn't have. She had time to play tickle tank with her kids and everything else, and that's about the only time she had. And my wife's just one of them side dishes sitting here wasting our time letting this crap in our way that didn't need to be here. I mean, we thought we were getting something a little bit different, and I was even told, Derek, you should be a nice Valentine's present. Well, like I said, it wasn't very nice. Man, at first glance, when you didn't know nothing, yeah, maybe. I mean, you can make an argument that she didn't do anything and didn't make you feel too bad. But then, when you don't know somebody, you need to know you don't know them. And sometimes, even when you think you know somebody, they could turn on you like a switch, like my mom used to do. But I think my wife wants to watch some TV. Okay. Okay, sweetheart. But, I mean, that's all we got, and that's all we've got. I mean, we've got, like I said, a little over 1,600 people. What goes against us, a lot of them is the same people. A lot of them's grandkids. A lot of them's, and a lot of them, if they do have a job, they could honestly, they could lose it tomorrow. Nobody that works full-time, part-time, whatever you're working. Yeah, you all need to know that you're never guaranteed your job. So you best, if you do happen to have something and you ain't worn out like I have been, I'm wore out to the point I just don't want to trust anybody else. So it's not because I don't want to work. It's not because my wife don't want to work. It's all these people. It's drove us to this point. And like I said, you can't just watch a little bit of this video and 5 minutes of it and then not like it. And say, oh, I don't like his video, or I don't like their video. Like I said, we put a lot of this stuff out, and my wife asked me what, stuff in Athens. It'd be the same thing, only difference it'd be different people in different stores. But I mean, it's not, there's really no places for me and her to go. The special places that me and her had, the one place that she did go to, and she had them damn people, that damn Hawaii shit. They had one of these places where you go meet more of these, supposedly more of these people supposed to be like her, but they're worse off than she is. And a lot of them are, and like I said, it don't take much to ruin my day. And like I said, we can be nice all day long, as long as people go with the flow. But when y'all start, repeating the same things, and we've talked about them and said things, it gets on our nerves. We're human here, and I don't feel like, telling you over and over. And I don't expect my wife to have to, and she's got a voice on her too. I just happen to have mine's a little bit louder, even if I talk. My voice don't normally have that much to change. But I mean, other than fixing us something here at the house, cleaning, I mean, I like I said, I started out this video. Yeah, I like that I had respect for some people at the pig and some people at that clinic, and some of these other people around. They give me their numbers and said they want this and that, but nobody thinks about nothing but themselves. They don't think about anything else. And I'd hope if somebody has found somebody, that they better be lucky. If there are a couple out there like us, it's already got something. Like I said, if they are able to find their other person or whatever, because you don't get it. Like I said, a lot of times you don't get what you want. My wife, I know John Cena had one of them cheap things he put on a t-shirt. Y'all never give up or whatever, but he's a rich motherfucker anyway. He don't really give a fuck. He's that money and that shit goes to their head. I mean, John Cena was always looked at a guy for the kids. Vince McMahon used to push him down everybody's throat, and he's smoking and drinking and all that stuff. But old Derek, he's this clean guy. He ain't too clean. Like I said, he's made to look that way on purpose, and kids, only go by what they could see. I mean, if they exposed this guy, he's on steroids and everything else. You could tell it. He didn't just lift them weights. He had gotten him some them pills. Of course, I ain't gonna say nothing to John Cena. Then some people, like I named off another one, the other night, Randy Orton. He could have been. Their policy is if you get caught the third time, you're supposed to be ousted. Somebody like Randy Orton knows a little bit about that. He got off scot-free. Jeff Hardy. My God, that's two of them right there. You wouldn't even be sitting on WWE right now. But anyway, no, there's stuff out here occasionally. There's people at the store. My wife's seen a few times where somebody's need help with their groceries, or she just volunteered herself up there. like I have, but she'll come out of it and then she'll realize, well, I didn't really talk to her that much. You didn't talk to this person enough. I like something about her, but I don't know whether. Well, that's what you don't know. If you don't never take a stab at it when you get something like that, you don't ever know. I mean, you might not ever get another chance. But it's tough. On one hand, you want to come out and say something. On the other, you kind of don't know how they're going to react to it. So it's one of those things. It's you're stuck. You don't know which way to go. But speaking of brats, I hear some brats out there. But unfortunately, we just gotta accept. Like I said, whenever whoever goes first or whoever's time's up before the other. Like I said, if it was me before her, she'd probably wind up with a few people. And that's obvious. I mean, especially some of them ladies out there, if they don't see me hanging around, they'll be trying to do something. I know, but my wife's probably smart enough to say, well, like I said, we had something nice here, but as I said, it's just because they want to treat one or the other a certain way, and they don't see our vision and our take on things, and they don't want to look at it as in that way. We try to be nice, come out here, give y'all a chance, come out here on some live video and talk to you. But there's never nobody hardly on here. But speaking of somebody, I bet old Dick Spot Boy, old Joey Ryan himself, probably speaking of somebody, probably went out here. Supposedly he made an hour video talking about how he wanted to get back into wrestling, and he was sorry for doing all them things he done. I bet more people probably liked it or reached out to him, or like old BB out here put one of these YouTube videos out here, and everybody want to see him do something so bad. So old Usher or whatever got out there, and like I said, I don't know. It's just like I said, it's a biased world out there. If everybody's supposed to be liked and everybody's supposed to just get whatever they wanted, I guess it wouldn't be. It just probably wouldn't be right. But I don't know. I'm gonna try. We're gonna keep trying, keep hoping. I guess if we just happen to run into something, we'll run into it, the hard way. But I'm not gonna say it's gonna be done or anything else. Like I said, you can't predict one day from another. I mean, we tried to give everybody a chance, families and everything else. They didn't want to share their time. They just more worried about what they've already popped out, whatever they've already got going on. Is the gatherings they ain't really worried about them. They don't care. I just wish I was never brought up, never talked about, because if it seems like anywhere I've gone, or just about anywhere I've gone, it's just more of the same stuff. And then like she was going on about the phones and all that other stuff. So I mean, it'd have to be somebody really, 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 really special. I mean, just somebody that knew what they wanted, this has been on their heart, and that they understood this, stuff that we were going through, and understand our anger didn't have it would take a certain person, but I don't know if it could be done or if it could be helped again. Yeah, I don't know if I could muster up enough courage to give another person a chance. It just depends. Because I mean, you gotta have your head. You gotta always be thinking ahead of somebody. because you know they're bound to screw up somewhere. I'm not saying me and my wife's perfect, but there's some things that fair can beat. If it's the right person, they would know. They know they'd get the best of the best here. But if you can't have a little decency about you and have it in you to put that phone and stuff down and shop and do things. I mean, like I say, if it's for your family or something, that'd be one thing. If it's just a little bit here and a little bit there, just, something that, was necessary and I could see putting our time in it and everybody was getting talked about, liked, or whatever, and everything was only up and up, that would be one thing. But problem is, a lot of the stuff that's either came out here or, like we said, just, falling in her lap, and all they have to say is that old magic two letter, one word, but basically 2 words with one big word, Facebook. And then they start telling you that, and but we can't fall for that no more. Because obviously them people, unless you check them out, and of course, well, Derek, they want you to take their package, and they won't. Yeah, I know that, but I can't take their package if me and my wife doesn't see that it fits, and I just can't stomach too many people around me. My wife I knows that she's been with me for a long time. But there's a lot of this stuff. It's not going to matter if I was gone for 2 or 3 months. Oh, I know a few people be wondering why I hadn't been in there or whatever place, but it wouldn't make any difference. These damn people are too mean to die early. It's too good to replace these people. Gene Wade's going to keep these fucking people around till you can't walk or can't. That's the only time he's going to ever have to replace them. These people that don't like me, now that I know that, and I won't forget it. But that's the only way he'll ever find any new ones. He always has shit up there at the pig. It says they need help, but they ain't knowing nothing that well. And I've noticed here as of late, there ain't enough of them to go around. There ain't enough people comes in there. I mean, hell, I tried working for that son bitch. My wife tried working for that son bitch, and any one of us couldn't get a job. But guess what? The cat drug in a bunch of these 2 little old brats, especially one of them. I can't stand for sure. And she got like, I don't know how many goddamn chances. I'm still banking on her to come back in the nearest future. That's the only fucking person that he'll fucking hire. And any other soul comes in there from high school, or I guess he's just got to where he just plainly don't. I mean, you'd think he'd think the opposite. You'd think he would try to grow that pig, change the look up. Like I said, it needs something done to it. And honestly, a new look, you might say, why, Dirk? In the short term, that's not going to do us any good. Well, if it just had a few, like I said, don't have to be all modernized up to the standards of these new phones, but a new paint job at least, or some other thing to make it stand out a little bit. I mean, it's been here like that same color scheme down here in Decatur. It's been that same store. I mean, I remember when they first put these sliding doors. I think it's when I was first up here. I think they used to have them regular doors, but they changed the sliding doors. Old Gene Wade changed that. They've been there at least 20, 25 years. At least. But like I said, they haven't really done anything to that pig to make it look any different. They ain't changed nothing about it. It's the same old stuff, same old people. It wouldn't be so bad if these people wasn't such idiots. But I mean, they're all snobby. I remember that time old Christy she'd talk her head off, and then the minute we want to offer to be something to her, want her to be a part of her life, oh no, you know what's going on. I didn't want to do nothing. Yet they sit there and you know. So like I said, it's just I'm my wife and I just need to toughen it up. And when we go to these stores, we don't say nothing above hi and a few things like that. Don't sit there and carry on the conversation when they get your stuff done. Hurry up. I mean, well, how are you going to find anything? Well, it'll come up to us one way or the other. But as far as that and that and all them other fucking people and the same normal people, the only thing I'm going to say to them is hi. And that's about the extent of it. Get the check done and go. And I mean, as far as, anything else, like at the doctor's office, all I'm going to do is get the shit done and go. I mean, if they make me wait 45 minutes, I'm going to get my ass up and I'm leaving. Not sitting in there on purpose, waiting till they decide to fucking come out there, because I'm supposed to feel sorry that there ain't but one person in there working. I can't help it. They supposed to be more than that back there, and they know that. That's not for me to decide. That's your boss and whoever's over you to decide that. Y'all need to get to hiring people. I know you got more than that. I just went down there. I went down there to damn Dr. B and them's in Athens, and they got this little family practice thing down there in Athens where I go to the doctor. I ain't went down there. No, I wouldn't have to pay Seth because that'd be a doctor. That'd be actually a doctor appointment. I actually could get that number. It's called family practice, I know, over there. And these damn people over here keeps acting ugly and keeps that shit up there and go over there and wouldn't have to pay nothing. Yeah, I mean, you'd have to go to Athens. You might have to ride if somebody was going that way or something. Might have to sit around a little bit if on a rare occasion, but still, it wouldn't be half bad, I guess. Fella had to reach that point, but yeah, they never had no trouble. When I go elsewhere, it's just indicator. It's like the same old fucking bunch of people, and old dang Charlie and them. I noticed he don't even look at fella no more, but yet I still don't know what a fella done to him. Like I said, the only thing, I guess, and like I said, some of them other people probably said something to him. Yeah, I didn't like what Jennifer did. She went out there. She's already almost 40 herself. And she went out there and he goes, I had never seen her before, never knew anybody in that house. Me and my wife's walking down the road. And she brings out a little stuffed animal or something and a teddy bear. So I was heading over there to go eat at yeah, and so anyway, we got through there, and while I was in there, I said, well, let's just go thank her, and then we're just going to head home. Well, then she turned it into wanting us to come over there and visit. Then we sat over there, and then, like I said, she's sitting there on her phone beside her and sitting there. Wait, she knew it was going to buzz. She knew that thing was going to do that. She had it sitting out there because she knew it. She's always getting calls or texts or something. And so it didn't take me long to figure out that that was just as much of a scam as anything. Because she's got people up her butt, you can't get anything done for any of them. So we had to shut that down. Like I said, we've a few times that we're able to get out, there's nothing out here. I mean, my wife, it just like I said, it wouldn't matter where we live, really. I mean, you know, if nobody don't like it, you don't have the technology up your butt, and they can't respect you for who you are and can't take you for who you are, then we just gonna have to realize. And like I said, yeah, it'd just be nice to be able to have a little extra something special. But unless my wife knows something I don't, which I already admit I don't, because this is not what I pictured, you know. And I used to, I could get somewhere with these sites and these things, but yeah, I used to have fairly good results. I mean, not like I said, nothing lasted long term. You know, like as in, you know, something to keep around, but at least there were some things getting done. You could kind of get things worked around and people, you know. But now it's changed. So unless there's something else, remember, my wife, we don't need those kind of phones. We've had them at one time, but they ain't nothing but a bunch of, it's like this damn computer. It's all you get done is tapping on it. You know? It kind of makes you miss the days where they had the ones with the mouse on it. Cause like, you know, at least, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it could get on your nerves if you didn't know how to move the mouse around, but I mean, you're touching everything. You're touching all these things on your phone, and all you're doing is just making that screen with all your fingerprints on it. So it really doesn't do us any good. Now, at least with a basic phone, you can take and tap those keys on your phone and not really, you know, hardly have to touch your screen for nothing. I mean, occasionally you might, for some reason or another, put your hand on there by accident or finger, but I mean, you don't have to sit there and actually have to tap something. But no, we just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's tough, but you know, we can hope that maybe somebody runs into one of these, maybe some of these videos eventually or something. I mean, I don't know. But we just have to see if maybe we can sit here and put our heads together like she did this morning. Somehow she wound up putting some stuff in and something came up. Said now she can't hardly find it. Well, usually how I've always refound something is I remember what I kind of put in. And then usually it pops back up. Like sometimes I'll put some stuff in on a computer, and if you don't put it the exact same way or don't word it to that degree, it seems like it don't come back up, or they hide it, you know. And you have to go even further, you know, like to the next several pages, and it may be, you know, you may never find it. But if you always word something back the way you worded it the first time, like you did the first time, if you remember it pops usually straight back up. Because, I've noticed a lot of times what runs a lot of the experience now is, you know, that a lot of them want you to pay money and just to have, you know, a full membership. I was used to always getting these things that were free. And I know that Facebook and Twitter and all them other ones, I haven't really fooled with Instagram or any of them. But, you know, at one time she tried a few of them. But every time you do one of them and you're trying to get these people on there, they never get on. And it seems like it just takes forever for anything. And then you had, like I said, for Facebook, just to make a video like this, you had to have 10 friends to be on there. And at least here you can make a video after 24 hours. That's not too bad.
I'm gonna try a Facebook account online.
Yeah. They're too censorship. Like I said, the
Well,
Facebook,
let's try it again, baby. It's been a while.
old Zuckerbutt, he just got his panties in a wad. You can't get nothing done. I know it's been a while, but the fella has to end up changing stuff around, your email and your shit, just to get yourself back in there. And like I said, you can't find 10 people.
I can hide my email stuff, my phone number.
Because they know exactly what they're doing. These people ain't stupid. They've got people moderating this shit.
Hide my email, my phone number.
It's easier. It's easier actually just come out here and say stuff than it is getting on them bug-eyed sites with these supposedly undercovers and all that other stuff. And these moderator people or whatever you want to call them, zapping your accounts without your permission and looking into it. They don't even, and next thing you know, you could be on there one day and the next day you try to get back on it and somebody either zaps it or tries to do something with it, tries to say you got hacked or whatever. So I've always found YouTube to be a lot easier. I've actually liked YouTube. But if anybody be out here, just happen to look for a unicorn offer like what me and my wife's offering, y'all are more than welcome to have at it. Like I said, we've given our numbers out. We've told you where we're at. So just go watch our other videos and or comment down here if you want to comment while we're on, because it's we try not to be out here too long. But we're approaching 2 hours, so I may try to talk for at least till it hits 2 hours. But no, we just thought we'd come out here. Had a few things on our mind. Like I said, a lot of it might be a repeat or something, but we just kind of got some things on our mind and trying to get a few things out that need to be said again. Kind of helps when you get it off your chest, I guess, in some way. Like I said, for some reason on September 30th must have been our lucky day. Our buddy just had to be on or something. We got one other person. I ain't really seen anybody since, so I don't know. But like I said, we just thought we'd throw an offer out here, see if anybody wanted it. Yeah, we'll probably just be up here at the house. Like I said, we're in Decatur, Tennessee. I couldn't find any ways to make my channel any more visible or anything else. I know these videos, they stay out there, so and they get quite a few views even after I've quit. A lot of times they seem to get a lot more views. They don't get a lot, but I mean they get a few more after they've been on for a week or two. I know our first video seemed like it was up to 30 something views. So that's about 4 or 5 months or since we've been on here. But we don't do that hangout stuff. We don't do all that other mess. So anyway, we just have to see how some things go. Probably, and you just have to probably just in the back of our mind, just know it. We may be forced to accept what we don't want to, but sometimes it's how things turn out. And I don't want it that way. My wife doesn't want it that way, but we always think, man, it's probably what it's going to be. And like I said, we can't help this.
situation we got in. I wish now I never heard of HUD. I know my wife said, seemed like the other day she said something about them calling her back, trying to get her. Yeah, they're feeling bad because they fucking lied on my wife and the person that I used to go. We used to always see, or most of the time see old Stephanie or whatever her name is, or Stacy, or Stacy. She ain't never there when me and my wife usually came over the last couple times or called through. So I just got fed up with that whole thing. So anyway, yeah, if we're to have something special, it's just going to be somebody that comes out of town, maybe Chattanooga, Cleveland, maybe they got something that they come to up here and we just happen to be in the spot that we're in or something. And they might run into something that way. I don't know, but so far the old internet trick ain't working. If it'd been like this 12 years ago, I wouldn't have got
I
nowhere.
have checked my email, one of them brought me back.
But yeah, I don't like that email stuff. See, that's why I like the phone better. I don't like email. I don't know why anybody don't. I mean, email that, because then you're limited to pictures. What you can put. I know me and my wife are, because we don't have that to put them on here. So all we got is the stuff that's 4, 5, 6 years ago or so. Because like I remember that one with me in that orange t-shirt. That was when I first came home in it.
Yeah.
And that was like 2016 or 17. And it's, like I said, it's been a while ago. And so there's like that picture, and there's 2 or 3 of me and hers in there or something. And that's about it. And that doesn't really help us at all. But somehow them people got that stuff. Oh man, go get your baby dressed. Oh my goodness. Well, she's still asleep.
She loves that pacifier.
Yeah. Well.
It's her favorite pacifier. She would have cried if I didn't find it.
Really?
She loves that pacifier. It's her favorite. She likes butterflies. It's Mama's girl, though. Mama's girl, though. Yeah, what? Done with it? I love my pop control. I got hot. I don't have nothing else to do. I mean, I don't have nothing else to do, but get me dressed.
Yeah.
Miss Angel usually brings her a treat, usually.
Hmm.
Usually, she gave her a purse the other day.
Give her a purse, huh?
Yeah, she gave her a white purse with little beads on it. She gave it to Dorothy.
Hmm.
She said she got it in her garage and she asked if Dorothy wanted it. She loves Dorothy. She just thinks she's adorable. She was hugging on her that last time I took her to church. She was loving right up on her. She loves Dorothy.
Yeah, Lord.
What you doing?
Well, 30 more seconds.
Cut the time, honey.
Yeah.
Cut the time, honey.
Yeah. 20 seconds.
There. Ready, man. Ready.
10 more seconds, 2 hours will be it.
Come on, beauties.
3, 2, 1. Okay. Well, it don't look like anybody's gonna be doing anything, so we've been on here 2 hours, so we're probably just see what we can find. All right, well, we'll do another one later. We gave y'all your chance. We'll see what we find later. Bye. And